Hi everybody, and welcome back to another video on a journey in autism. Today I want to talk about the steps that we took to get Asia properly diagnosed, what we had to do in order to get her evaluated in a timely manner, and what led up to that. Also, I want to talk about Sesame Street's Meet Julia. So let's get started. So, once Asia's delays were recognized by her primary care physician, what happened was he wound up giving me a bunch of referrals. Once I got those referrals, I started to act on them because I did see that there was somewhat of an urgency to go ahead and let's jump on things. So the first thing I did was start calling them. I had a referral to speech therapy, occupational therapy, a neurologist, and a host of others. So I just got started. I called around. There were waiting lists in many cases for a lot of the referrals. For some reason, I guess this autism is just so prevalent nowadays that they were booked up. Some of them 6 months, 8 months out. So it was quite discouraging. I was a bit frustrated. But I remember I had a friend from my job, and she told me that her goddaughter was getting some type of speech therapy at home. So I'm so grateful for having her. And she wound up connecting me to the little girl's mom, and they connected me to Early Steps, which is at University of Miami Mailman Center, which is in near downtown Miami area. And I called them. They gave us an appointment very, very soon. It was not a long waiting period at all. And I remember that appointment was pretty much a year ago from today. It was April 30th. Today is now May 1st. So we just left out of Autism Awareness Month, but it's gonna always be Autism Awareness. We're gonna be talking about this year round. I'm not gonna just allow it to be a point of interest for me for the month of April. So I want to keep sharing. Nevertheless, we got the appointment. They told us it would be about 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours, I believe, for the evaluation. At first I was like, 4 to 5 hours, what are we gonna do all that time? But it wound up being great and expeditious once we did get there. But before I talk about that appointment, let me just say what happened 2 days before that. I was watching Sesame Street with Asia, which we did all the time, and I stumbled upon a Meet Julia episode. I had never heard of this particular, I guess it's called like a character or what have you, on Sesame Street. And I remember watching it. It was actually 2 days before the appointment that I came upon it. And I know it was meant to be, because when I saw the character Julia from Sesame Street, Julia had autism. And I didn't know anything about it. I had never even been told yet that that was a possibility with Asia. And when I saw it, I have to give Sesame Street like kudos, because that particular episode literally helped me to be prepared for what I was about to embark on with Asia's diagnosis. The character was so much like my baby. Like, it literally had me emotional watching it. And it was then that I realized, man, this might be what's going on with her. Like this, I'm talking about everything from flapping her hands to, covering her ears when she heard like the siren from a fire truck on the episode. And just how she was a bit, like in her own world, playing with her toys. It was so much stuff that it was amazing to me. So that was, like I said, 2 days before the appointment. And I really do believe that it prepared me for what was about to come. So nevertheless, we went to the appointment. We got there. Everything was very much expeditious about the appointment. They made it so smooth for us. Even though it was about 4 hours, We went in, we did what we had to do with one part of the evaluation. We came out, and about a minute or two later, it was bringing us in to do another part, and it was just like that the entire time. The staff was great. They made me feel very comfortable, and they made Asia feel comfortable. There was nothing that was overwhelming, and so it was just an overall great experience. And when they was evaluating us, we had an individual evaluator each time, but they did let us know at certain parts that there was like a team of individuals behind the glass that was, watching us as well. And the whole team just put together an overall evaluation of what they thought was going on. So in the end, they brought me in, and they had Asia come in as well. And they discussed their findings with us. They told us that it was at that time that they said, okay, it could be ADHD, it could be autism, or it could be neither. So we got to give you more referrals. And once you go to all of these places, then you will have a definite diagnosis, or a solution to whatever the problem is, or just point us in the right direction. And so, of course, when they mentioned those first two, ADHD or autism, I'm like, what is that? Like, why? How did we get here? I came here because she had a speech delay. Now y'all talking about possible diagnosis, and then they wanted her to get her hearing checked from an audiologist. So it was just like, I got hit by a Mack truck. Like, what is this? I just thought we was setting up something to get her some type of in-home speech therapy. But it worked out. It worked out. And we did wind up going to all of the different appointments, the neurologist. I believe it's a developmental behavioral pediatrician, which was the one who actually wound up diagnosing her, and got her started with speech therapy, and got on a waiting list for occupational therapy at that time, or after that time. And then eventually we started ABA, or behavioral therapy, which is actually going on right now while I'm doing this video, where Asia's we're in the home, and Asia's working with her BCBA, or the behavioral therapist at the moment. So yeah, so that's pretty much what happened with early steps, and they were very much instrumental in pointing us in the right direction to get Asia started on her road, and to get her properly diagnosed. So that is all I would like to share today. I thank you guys for watching. I thank you all for liking and subscribing. Continue to share with individuals that you feel like may benefit from these videos, and like, definitely. And I'm just excited about this whole journey. So much I want to share. I'm just trying to do the videos in the order in which things happen, and I'll be sharing more. So continue to watch, like, and subscribe, and also share. Thank y'all. And we'll see you again on a journey in autism.